Hello guys, it's also Jay here, back at it again with another video. As you can see, I'm in the car. I like sitting in the car because honestly I feel like you guys can hear my voice a little bit better. But before we get started with this video, can you like, comment, and subscribe? That would mean a lot to me. Please, comment down below if you feel the same way, or if you have any questions, I'll answer them. That would mean a lot to me. Anyway, let's get into the video though. So I've been reevaluating everything in my life prior to, a month ago. Yeah. And I believe I've been thinking about, a lot of shit. And I think everybody thinks about a lot of shit because a lot of shit's going on. But I do feel like, when people tell you to, give second chances, or let somebody back into your life because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes it's not the right thing to do, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has their reasons of why they do or do not want to let somebody in their life. And for the longest, I've suffered, or I've had a hard time realizing who I need to let in and let out of my life. It's either I keep people in my life for too long, or I don't keep people in my life long enough. And I've always been antisocial, always had a hard time, talking to people and making relationships. And it's because, I've been hurt. I've always just been very antisocial to begin with. But I have a lot of trust issues that make me, wonder about people's, true intention, because I know my true intention. Sorry about that. I know my true intention, but I don't know somebody else's true intention, like what their plan is, what they're aiming to, plan. And when you don't know when you don't know what somebody's, thinking, it's hard to, really see if they're genuine sometimes. People like to talk about, a lot of people like to, just talk to make people feel better, but it's like, do they really feel like that, or are they just trying to, relate to me? But over this past month, I realized that I gotta let a lot of people go. I got to let a lot of things go. God damn, that was fucking hard. I got dyslexia, so sometimes I can't get the sentence out right. But no, for real, sometimes I got a lot of fuck that shit. Sometimes I gotta let a lot of people go, or I gotta let people go. And it's hard. It's very hard because it's people that you never thought that you would have to let go. Like people that you trusted for a long time, and they're not, they're not changing. And there's a lot of people that, you've had, deep relationships with that are, just not hitting it no more. They're not showing who they really are, and they're not being there the way they need to be, And I feel like, that's a part of, life, I've had to, lose a lot of people, to gain the people that I needed to have. And it's sad to say sometimes, but, people talk about death, right? Death is not always, like I was saying, this is a day later or something like that, but death isn't always what you think it is. Death isn't always physical. Death could, death means transformation in a form, just like like birth. Birth is a transformation of a form. So death, like, you could lose people and you grieving because you lost somebody, right? They don't have to be dead to, you be grieving over a person. And that's what I mean by it doesn't always have to be physical. But yeah, losing people in, the context of a way is, hard and shit. Because, it's the people you never thought you would lose. But at the end of the day, you gotta realize, like, who the fuck you are. you know. Like, I remember not being optimistic. Almost being optimistic is good, you know, positive. Being overly optimistic can be a challenge because you're not gonna see the negative things that somebody's bringing to you if you're not on both sides. You have to really look at both ways of life, and that's why, you know, I've gotten hurt in the past because I was so optimistic about things, you know what I mean? But when you get hurt, you can't let go of your optimism, you know, because if you let all of it go, then you're just gonna be negative, and you have to kind of balance the energy and really, you know, let yourself see both sides and let yourself experience both sides, also while saying you have to be in both sides, to, you know, figure out, you know, the route you're going. You can't do one or the other. But I really do think that, you know, this video, I just wanted to really talk about, you know, change, you know, growth, losing people. I feel like a lot of people are losing people. And that's, like I said, that's what life, you know, life is a tricky situation in itself because, you know, especially me, I'm 20, so it's like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing, plus how to, you know, get around, you know, figuring out the people for me. I don't really have friends anymore. I used to be a big people person, but I also realized that it wasn't benefiting me because they weren't the right people. So, you know, you really have to reevaluate the things in your life to, you know, get what you want. And sometimes people say, yeah, like, reevaluation is easy. Fuck that easy shit. It's not easy. It's harder than you think because you got to go inward to figure out what the fuck you really, excuse my language, if you're a kid or whatever watching this, but you really got to reevaluate inward properly to understand what you want outward and manifest it coming outward. You know, a lot of people say, yo, it's, you know, it's easier, you know, it's easier to just stick with the crew so I don't feel alone. But at the end of the day, you're alone no matter what because you're not with the right people, so you don't even feel like, you know, you can be yourself or, you know, express yourself the way you truly want to. And, you know, that's a blockage in itself, because if you're blocked by that, then you're blocked by growth. And growth is a process of, you know, healing and, you know, understanding who you are and being comfortable in your situation. But also being too comfortable in your situation could lead you into, you know, just wanting to stay there even though it's negative, because comfort is, you know, temptation as well, you know. If you're comfortable somewhere and you know it's negative and you're staying there just because it's comfortable, now you're not growing either. So it's like you kind of got to reevaluate everything to, you know, get to where you need to be. Yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I don't want to make it too long, but I also just wanted to, you know, say, like, you know, everything's changing for everybody. Don't give up on your, you know, your dreams. Don't give up on, you know, who you are. I know confidence is kind of, you know, washy. It's iffy. But, you know, really, like, dig in with yourself, you know, not to the point where you're, you know, killing yourself, but really dig in deep and really figure out what the fuck you want. Because honestly, you know, like people say, life is too short to, you know, not do what you need to do. And also, you know, figuring yourself out, you know, comes with time. But, you know, don't rely on other people to make you happy. Like, I realized that, like, don't rely on anybody to make you happy. If you want to be happy, you know what you want, and that's gonna make you happy. Figure out who you are. That's gonna make you happy. Figure out what you need in your life instead of what you want, because, you know, the wants are temptations, but what you need is, you know, structure and stability. So it's like, figure out what you want so you can understand who you are. Like I said in the other videos, who you are is a very big important part of your journey, and your journey is gonna fall with what you do. So if you know you're supposed to be doing something and you're not doing it, that's your fault. Like, point blank period, it's your fault. Yeah, it's gonna take time. You're not gonna be able to do everything right away, but honestly, don't deny yourself of the things that you need just because you want something. You know what I mean? I used to do that. I used to, you know, do some crazy shit where it didn't benefit me because I knew what I needed, but I was doing what I wanted, and now I don't got the time to do what I actually need, you know? So don't waste your time on things that you don't really need, just because you want it. And you know, stay focused on your, you know, your dreams, your, you know, obligations, your responsibilities, your things that you really want to achieve, because like I said, you know, when I was young, I said I'd rather, you know, be, you know, really banked in on my mind and really, you know, do things for myself and really, you know, create my future. And then when I'm older, I could fucking relax, you know what I mean? I want to relax now. And then when the future come, I'm all fucked up. I don't got nothing to, you know, to prove to myself, not to anybody else, but to myself. And, you know, I'm just sitting here. So really, you know, dig in with yourself. I feel like, you know, inward therapy is very good because, you know, when you're confident in yourself, when you're confident in what you're doing, you're confident and you know you're on the right path, yo, like, ain't nobody gonna stop you. So, you know, just focus on not being selfish wise, but just focus on you. Like, do what you need to do and, you know, cut ties with everything you don't need in your life, because what you don't need is just a waste of energy for you, for the people around you, and honestly, like, it's not gonna benefit you if you're wasting your energy on things that don't matter to you. So just remember that. But anyway, also J out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, it would mean a lot. Comment down below if you feel the same way. Comment down below if you have questions. Comment down below anything. My Instagram is just_J Rhymes. You can hit me up anytime, DM me. I'm always free. And just stay safe.